Yeah. Rolling down 95 with a bad one. Looking for a real love, I never had one. She the type of girl you see up on your TV. And what I love.
What up, people? I'm Chris Chapman.
I'm Shani Dunbar, and you are rocking with the underdog.
What's good with you, Shani?
I'm good. You know, getting ready for this inauguration.
I think Trump will do something crazy and just walk off.
Yeah, he's gonna do something childish as usual.
He gonna drop the mic and walk off. He gonna do something crazy, man. He's setting it up.
As punishment, he should no longer be able to talk with a mic or have a stage or any of.
But then on the flip side, they can't really take away his freedom of speech. Because then if we allow them to do that to him, God knows what they'll do to us.
He should be in jail anyway, so nobody really should be hearing from him.
Yeah, I get it, but still let him talk. You know what I'm saying? Let him say what he got to say, what have you, because you know that will fall quickly from the tree, and then it will affect us.
Just because he talks doesn't mean we have to listen, right?
Exactly.
There we go. All right, sounds good to
so,
me.
Tonight we got Kool Bubba Ice in the building.
Ooh, me.
I can't wait to bring my man in. Bring him in, Shani.
Oh.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir. You good, buddy?
Okay, just making sure y'all can hear me.
What's good, brother?
I don't know. I'm goofy as hell. I just came back from the gym, going to shop and get some food in the house. So I'm hyped now. I can't wait to start cooking.
After the gym, what are you eating?
I'm about to go make some lobster tails and catfish.
Oh.
Yeah, I never made lobster tail before. I make shrimp, for Alfredo and with the shrimp and the scallops before. Then I made the little shrimps with the scallops and muscle meat and put it all in some yellow rice. So that's I never had lobster before. I never made it before.
We got that stimulus check popping. Okay.
Oh no, that's gone. That's been gone. That's gone. I'm waiting for that 14 to come through. I'm gonna really be balling there. Shoot, I'm balling out of control. I'm gonna buy me a vending machine to give me some money. That's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. Put it right outside your door.
I don't need no $600 Jordans. I'm gonna get me a vending machine.
And pack it with chips and soda.
Yeah, chips and soda. That's right. You know what I mean? I might put some fruit up in that bad boy, some banana, something. But I'm saying I'm trying to get this money.
Okay.
It charged $4.75 for soda.
Yep, it's gonna be $5 for some chips.
No. If $5, you scare the people away. So it got to be $4.75.
Nah, it's gonna be $5, but I'm gonna put the big bag. I'm gonna put the big bag of Doritos up in that bad boy. So yeah, I'm gonna get that money. Oh, you gave me an idea. Yeah. I'm gonna put the big bags. Let's bump the small bag. I'm gonna get the big bag. They like, yo, you got $5 bags of Doritos up in this piece, yo. Wow. Mm-hmm.
So you've been in the game 30 plus years. How does it feel to be around that long? And what did you take to keep the longevity going?
That's funny. Somebody asked me that today. I've been doing comedy. Today makes 32 years I've been doing comedy.
32 years. Okay.
Today makes 32 years. I don't know what exact date, but it was like the third week. I remember it's been the third week of January. So today makes 32 years I've been doing comedy. I learned at the Uptown Comedy Club in Harlem. This is our teacher's. His name was Kevin Brown. And he said that, no, I was Andre Brown. Sorry. It's the two brothers, Kevin Brown.
His older brother.
And the baby brother, Andre Brown. Andre said, what makes you going to last in this business is, he said, the key in the business is to have longevity. So you have to change with the times. You can't be talking about stuff that happened in 89 and it's 2000, you know what I'm saying? It's 2020 and we still talking about, Ronald Reagan, what? So like, you gotta change with the time. And that's what I did. Like I went from wearing crazy clothes to pajamas to the Versace shirts. And now I'm like wearing like crazy old school sweatsuits. And like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just always doing something crazy. People, you should wear like a jacket. I'm like, no. I tried the slacks and jacket. I feel uncomfortable. I can't do it.
Suit man.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm sitting all tight and I constricted. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
So I'm glad that you brought that up. Now, how did you get from? All right, you said you were with the Brown family,
the Brown brothers. Yeah.
So what did you do to even get to that point?
Oh, the Brown. Okay, I met these dudes in oh my God, what was that? 1989? Was it 89 or 90? I think I met them in 89. I met them at the Brown Brothers 89. My boy Hamburger and Derek Fox told me to go to this club called Uptown Comedy Club in Harlem on 125th Street and Fifth Avenue. They said, yo, you need to go there, bud. We're gonna teach you how to do comedy. And I said, okay, cool. So then I went. I started getting funny, and I started getting my act together. And they was like, yeah, when the next time you're going up that piece, we need to go with you. Like, yo, you need to come through. And then I started rocking with them. And they taught me how to break a joke down. They taught me how to break a set down. It's supposed to be a fiery intro, a fiery middle, and a fiery ending. And a lot of cats don't do that. They'll just go up there and talk for an hour and 45 minutes. And maybe like 30, 40 minutes is funny. And the rest of that, he's just talking. So I just learned how to maximize my set. I still do it the same way they told me how to do it. And this is 32 years ago.
That's
so, yeah, it's impactful. So I want to do some comedy classes and teach the new cats how to do it, because some of them be doing some real weird. I'm like, what is you doing? Like, you have them like this, and then they just jump off and just leave them like do 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 do. Like, no, they gotta remember that first joke, the middle joke, and that last joke. And I don't know, they just don't get it. So.
Now, I remember you from Def Comedy Jam, and you used to wear like the crazy outfit. And I loved how you always did impressions.
Yeah.
So I remember you came on and you did an impression of Martin.
Oh, damn. Yeah. On the show. Yep.
Yeah. So has there ever been like someone that you did an impression of and they were just like, please stop?
Well, Tretch Naughty by Nature, I used to do this joke called a remix. And he didn't get mad. He jumped on stage and did it with me. I was like, ah! So that was like monumental, like right there. That was monumental. I really don't have a person to get mad when I do them. I think the only person that kind of felt funny about me doing them was my boy Talent out of New York. But he I don't even sound like that. I said, yes, you do. You sound just like that. You know what I mean? So that's the only person, like he might blush and like, I don't even sound like that. I said, yes, you do, Talent. You sound just like that. So that's the only person, but he don't get mad, I never really had nobody get mad when I do them, because that's like, oh, you're doing impersonation to me. I feel famous. So nobody will really get mad about that.
Is there an impression that you like to do the most, or that's the most popular that people ask you to do?
I mean, I got like 100 of them, almost 100. Wow. And I think I did it one time on stage and people just stopped laughing. It was like, who can't you do? Like, I like to test myself. Yeah. And I think I did it a couple weeks ago when I did something in South Carolina, and I just did this run on of cartoon characters. Like I did the cast of The Simpsons, the cast of the Family Guy, and then I did the cast of the King of the Hill, all running consecutively, not missing a beat. And it was like it was, I could have said goodnight after that. Like I did like 30 before that, then I dropped down with that. I said, boom, they're like, damn, boy, okay, where you been hiding? I'm like, I've been hiding nowhere, but it's hard.
What pushed you into impressions?
Huh?
What pushed you into impressions?
Oh my God. That's another good question. Damn. Shit, who did push me into I know I saw something, I seen somebody do it. I'm not quite sure which one it was, because I watched a lot of comedy. My father made me watch comedy. My father's the reason why I'm doing comedy, because he kind of pushed me into it, not knowingly he did it. Like he made me watch Abbott and Costello. He made me watch the Three Stooges and stuff like that. So I started falling in love with comedy after that. And then Eddie Murphy was like, wow. So I think it was Eddie Murphy, because I was like, wow, he could do impersonation. He could imitate anybody. And then I noticed when I look at somebody long enough, I could do them. So it's like it's quite a few impressionists. It was the guy from Batman. I forgot his name. The original Batman. What's the other one they talked back in the day? Oh man, it's so many impressionists, man. I could do this like all night. Like it's a lot of impressionists. Not just the cats right now. It's cats that was way back in the day. Sammy Davis Jr. at one time was an impressionist. There's a lot. From Ari Spears, myself, There's a lot. There's a lot of impressionists. That's me. Rich Little, that's the guy. Rich Little used to do a whole bunch of impersonations, and I thought Rich Little was dope too. Rich Little was a bad boy. That white boy was dope. He was dope. So I think it was Rich Little that kind of inspired me a little bit. Was Rich Little? Yep.
That's dope. That's dope.
Nice. So how did you get your name?
I got my name from my boy. His name is Hugh Moore. That's what they call him now. They call him Hugh Moore. When he first started, they called him Hugh Moore. But when he got into it, he wanted to do some crazy stuff. So before Cat Williams, it was a cat named Mac Daddy. His name was Mac Daddy. He was a pimp comic. And what the funny part about it was, we used to perform at a club called the National Black Theater in Harlem, and they had like costumes in the back. So he seen an old 1970 blazer. He basically stole a blazer. Okay, I can say it now because they shut down. So he stole a blazer from the wardrobe department, put it on stage, and rocked out on stage with it like he was a pimp. And we had this big celebration at the Uptown Comic, because they was open for like 3-4 years, what have you. And they had a big celebration, and they wanted to have everybody that had like a big show interest when they came on stage. So he said, you know what? I'm gonna be Mac Daddy, and Bubba, you're gonna be my bodyguard. You're gonna be Bubba Ice. I said, Bubba Ice? I said, what kind of weird name is that? And I was like, because I was so young and crazy and impressible, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna be Bubba Ice. So I was geek. And then I just kept the name. And then one night, my boy, rest in peace, my boy, Monterey Ivy, he called me Kool Bubba Ice. And it's been that way for 30 years. 30 years.
Dope name too.
Yeah. I done changed it, tried to change it a couple times. Kool Bubba X Clown, all kind of weird. It was like I was bugging. I was going through some things at the time, you know.
So how have you been holding up with with the COVID and all this craziness and what's going on now?
I'm not working as much as I was before, but I'm doing some stuff here and there. So that's been keeping me afloat. And thank God for that, because man, woo! I mean, I know people I don't know too many people going through it, but people was going through it. So I'm gonna say shout out to unemployment. Shout out to this stimulus check and keeping us afloat. But yeah, it's a lot of things that just happened that kind of kept me afloat. And I was like, wow. But you know, if you do people right and you do right by people and you do the right thing in the world, it always seems to come right back and comes you right back in the face. And you're not doing it because you're just doing it because that's what you're supposed to do. And I think that's pretty much why I get the things that I get. Like I have not gone through oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent out. None of that. Like I can say I've been blessed. I'm not a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person. And I believe whatever you throw out there, you're gonna get it back triple fold. And I don't do it just because I'm going to get something. I love doing what I do. When I see a young comic and he don't know what he's doing, I say, hey man, here's my number. Call me. I'm gonna give you some points. Oh, for real? Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. Is paying it forward. You're supposed to do that. If you've been doing comedy 30, 40 years, how you not gonna help the youngins? Who gonna take over after you gone? When you old and you rich and sniffing cocaine off a white girl's booty and you sitting on your island like, man, I wonder how the comedy game is doing right now. And you go watch the TV and all these guys up there cussing and not talking about nothing, and they don't have no setups, no punchline. And you like, damn, comedy going to hell. Come here, Brenda. Come here. You know, so you gotta pass something down so you can know where the next generation gonna go to, you know?
Yeah. So how do you feel? You know, it's cool. It's cool that you even said that, because a lot of people don't even think that way. You know what I'm saying?
Cocaine on a white girl booty when you I'm just playing. No, but yeah, people don't think like that. I know a lot of veterans that be evil. I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna bump them New Jacks, man. I was like, yo, calm down, dog. Calm down. You was a New Jack too, remember? We all was a New Jack at one time. We all needed help. We all needed somebody to help us out and guide us and put us on the right track. So you gotta give back, man. Like you have to. That like all the greats gave back. Eddie Murphy gave back. Richard Pryor gave back. Red Fox gave back. They had a special a couple of days ago about all the comics that gave back. Flip Wilson gave back. But what really impressed me was Richard Pryor. Not Richard Pryor. I'm sorry, Richard Pryor too. But what really impressed me was Red Fox. Red Fox put all his Chitlin Circuit homies down, from Bubba to Aunt Esther to everybody, Slappy White, like everybody he grew up with. He doing he put them down. I'm like, that's what we need to be doing today.
And not only did he put them down, he took time with them after they shot. After the episode was over, what have you, he took time with them and taught them how to do whatever he needed them to do on the show. Even like with Esther, they wanted to get rid of Esther.
Yep, they want to get rid of her.
And he fought for her,
Yep.
and he worked with her day in and day out until she got to where she was. And that was such a beautiful thing.
And that's what we missing in comedy right now. It's too much of everybody man for they self and self for they man and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, it's strength in numbers. You know, a lot of people don't remember before Def Comedy Jam, we had to go to the mainstream rooms, and those mainstream rooms did not like us. They did not like this right here. So they would put us on at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. You might get like 3 black comics a decade to go pass through their little tests and stuff like that there. And when Def Comedy Jam came out, it pissed a lot of them off because it flooded the gates. And there was no more people. They stayed like somebody was by the gate like this. Okay, we got 1 comic a decade. And we got tired of that. Like, I'm tired of that. Like, you can't tell me, like, from the when I started doing comedy in 89, it was the only person doing comedy was Eddie Murphy. And I'm like, nah, it's got to be more people than just him. And when I start working, I start seeing there's a lot of comedians. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of comedians. But if you listen to Hollywood in the mainstream, you wouldn't know that. You think it was just Eddie Murphy and that was it. And I was a big Eddie Murphy fan from 80 to still to this day. Yeah. But I'm like, it's more comedians besides Eddie Murphy. It's a lot more. And Def Comedy Jam poured them all out. And the industry was like, because they didn't know what to do because they so used to just put one person on a decade. They couldn't do it no more. So they had to start throwing this as the Earthquakes and the Bernie Macs and the Steve Harveys and it's like a dozen comedians that came through because of the Def Comedy Jam.
So what do you think about the present state of where it is now with the Kevin Harts and the Chris Rocks and
well, Chris Rock been in since because Ed put Chris on. Ed put Chris on. And then Paul Mooney used to write for him. I mean, I know a lot of stuff. And Paul Mooney used to write for Chris. And if you look at it, Chris still writes like Paul Mooney wrote for him. If you pay attention to Tambourine, that's Paul Mooney. That's nothing but Paul Mooney. So it's like he taught him how to write, but he just took that and just ran with it. Okay, I'll use this out the rest of my career. It's going down. So that's what he did. So all Chris Rock is a smoother Paul Mooney. That's all he is. I mean, that's not a bad. That's a great thing. You know what I mean?
That's a great thing. Because even in the Tambourine, you saw Paul Mooney was sitting right there.
Because that's the one who taught him how to. He wrote for him. He wrote for Chris, and that's why Chris stuff was polished. And even back then, Chris was talking about some stuff like about black men, black women, and stuff like that. And people were like, you know what I'm saying? But he was a milder version of Paul Mooney. He wasn't like the Paul Mooney was in your throat. Oh, we're going to talk about how these black folks are not getting their just due. Oh, I can't say that. Oh, what are we going to do? So yeah, Paul just had no filter. He just poured the butter on the popcorn. He ain't even waited for it to melt. He just threw the whole just threw the butter on there and just let it leak on the side. He didn't care. So yeah, that's how it is.
Is there a kind of a divide between like the comedians that are coming up on social media versus like the school comedians who used to have a pound of pavement?
Yep, it is. This is like, okay, imagine you going to the movie theater, right? You've been going to this movie theater for like 20 years. You know, this your seat. You get to sit back. You know, got your little rocket chair, got your soda over here, your popcorn over here. You just doing your thing. And imagine somebody coming through and just pull you out your chair, throw your popcorn on top of you, pour your soda on you, kick you in the face, and be like, this is my seat now. You're like, what the hell? How you just gonna take this my seat? You know, this my seat. So it's like, okay, so somebody told me this. He said, well, Bubba, it's like this. When you came up, you either had to do the mainstream and that was it. When Def Comedy Jam came out, you had options. You didn't have to just do the mainstream number. You could do the white circle, the black circle, all that stuff. So imagine the comments that came up behind you like, yo, man, how you gonna do this show at the Chillin' and Hot Wing concert? And I've been doing comedy 45 years and I can't. So they felt some kind of way because we got pushed a little bit because of Def Comedy Jam. Because before Def Comedy Jam, you know, you had to just take your chances and see what was out there. Mm-hmm. So Def Comedy Jam opened up the doors and you saw stuff from all over the world. So now, you know, turning back again to the new cats right now, they're taping this stuff. They shooting their little videos all day long and they're getting some good money. but they not ready and they don't know what they doing. And they just going up there cussing and yelling and screaming for 30, 40 minutes. And the crowd's like, he was funny on TV. Yeah, it's a different. You could be funny for 15 seconds on a skit, or you go 35, 45 minutes, and these some drunk people up in there. You got some people that don't want to watch the show, and you got to get all these people together to laugh at you. You got to be the center of attention. Everybody can't do that. So
okay, this is a two-parter. This is a two-parter here.
Mm-hmm.
One, it's not their fault.
Mm-mm.
You know that they tried something and they had the push like you had Def Jam Comedy, and they have the internet to push them. Mm-hmm. But why in this particular situation, why can't the comics put them under their wing and teach them the right way to go? Or is it the fact that they're not paying homage to the comic? Is that where the
it's both. It's some new comics that do the internet comedy. You can talk to them and they'll actually listen to you, and you can give them some advice and you can kind of coax them. And you got some hard heads that think they know everything, and you like, oh, you was like that. Oh, okay, cool. Do your thing, bro. You know, and I know they're not gonna be here in 3 to 4 more years because that's it. Because you gotta it's like you walking into a room full of people that's been there before you. They know what's going to happen. They know who's going to come through that door. They know what's going to fall out the ceiling. They know. So why would you not want to be cool with people that they seen it? They know what's going to happen. We seen people like this at Def Comedy Jam. We seen people kill for 7 minutes. And you put that same comic on the road, and that's all he had was that 7 minutes. Like, they about to boom. Get the fuck out of here. So we seen it. So you talking about, like, I feel like Ving Rhames from Baby Boy. This ain't nothing but a rerun to me, Baby Boy. I've seen this before. So I feel like that. So I help him out. I don't care. I told him in the middle, listen, you getting $50,000 now, right? Yeah. Okay, listen, give me like $5,000. I'm gonna help you write. I tell him in a minute, call me. I help you. I ain't got no problem with that. Because I want to see people win, but I'm not gonna be unrealistic and be like, oh, I just want to see everyone win. Yeah, I want to see them win, but I want to win too, goddamn. See, I've been doing this 32 years. I want to win too.
Now you gave that olive branch out, and has anybody contacted you that you gave the olive branch to?
Man, listen, I got a gang of olives. Some people look out, some people don't. And it's like, it is what I know a lot of famous people, and I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but I know Mike Epps, I know Cat Williams, I remember all of them when they was broke. The D-Ray, D-Ray used to throw me some stuff. Cat, I ain't spoke to Cat in a minute. I think if he saw me though, I think he would look me out. Kev, I remember Kev from Philly. Kev would say what's up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is this, you can't expect everybody to look out for you. They're not. And the funny part is that the people who's going to look out for you is going to be somebody you least expected. Me personally, if I'm on a certain plateau, I will look out for my veterans. Because I'm like, man, we didn't smoke weed together. You know what I'm saying? We want, you know what I'm saying? We didn't suck. You stayed at my house and your baby mother tried to blow up your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I got stories with everybody. So it's like, it would make it would be like, yo, let's throw something to Bub, man. Bub, you know what I'm saying? Even Tracy Morgan, I know Tracy Morgan when he was broke. You know what I'm saying? And we had a conversation, and I'm like, oh, word? Okay, Trey. So I'm just waiting to hear back on that conversation right about there. And that's what I'm going to say about that. And I'm serious. I'm just waiting to hear back. I'm going to see if he's going to be a man of his word or he forgot or whatever. I don't know. He's going through a lot right now.
When it comes to fruition, please let me know. I would like to see if this actually happens.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of comments, man. They just get caught up and they forget. And it's like, yo, man, like, really? Like, I should pick you up. Oh, yeah, you did to pick me up. Like, really? You forgot I had to pick you up? So, I mean, it's like, it's funny, man. Like I said, it's funny. A lot of comments feel like they don't owe you nothing. And I'm like,
I mean, people, in all actuality, nobody owe you nothing.
It ain't about owing. But you know what's funny, though? We the only race of people that think like that. Puerto Ricans don't think like that. Not even Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Colombians, they look out. White folks, Italians, they look out. Irish, they look out. Even our cousins overseas in Africa, they look out. Black Americans, it's all you got to look out for yourself. And like, no, that's bull. You gotta look out for each other. Remember the Black Wall Street? That wasn't because one person said, I'm gonna do it. They all looked out. Yeah. And my whole campaign for 2021 is let's go back to Black Wall Street. Let's start helping each other again. Let's start looking out for one another. If you can't get me a show, show me where to get it from. If you can't give me no work, tell me how to get it. Just something. If you got a great agent, hook me up with one, or what I'm saying, or throw me to a good one that you know of. So as everybody start, especially Black folks, if we all start throwing stuff to each other, the ride will be so much easier. Because one person can't be on top forever. It's never happened. No one's been on top forever. Everybody's fallen off and got back up again because somebody came back and picked them up that they looked out for a couple years back. But all those people that just look for self and never looked out for nobody, when they fall and they bust this whole right here. They bust all that open and no one cares because who'd you look out for? Who'd you come back for? Who'd you come back for and say, I'll put you on my roster? It don't have to be 10, 20 comments. It could be 1. It could be 2. It could be 3. Just give back. You got to give back. If you don't give back, you ain't going to get nothing. Because when you fall, you going to fall by yourself.
Not too many people are built like you, man.
Now I'm old school. I mean, like I was talking to old school veteran comedians. Hey man, you gotta look out for your people. Like you're supposed to. Like people were like, oh, where you from? You from Jersey? You from New York? You from? I don't care where you from. I know comics from the East Coast to the West Coast to down south to Midwest. I know comics everywhere. Whenever I get on to that type of level, there's a lot of people I gotta look out for because I didn't stay in their homes. They didn't drove me around in their cars. They didn't hook me up with some vagina. I gotta look out for these people. You know what I mean? Like, word, man. You let me see with your sister, man. Let me go on up and hook you out there. Something like you gotta give back.
So if you could put a tour together right now, who would your picks be? Give me top 5 comics right now that you would pick.
That's out right now?
No, any all time. Who would you put, dead or alive? Who would you put on your tour?
That's a hard question. I don't even know how to answer that one because it's so many. I know too many comments. Oh, you ain't gonna put me out, Bob? Oh man, I can't even answer that question. It's too many. It's too many. I mean, comics that I work with, that's just animals. My boy, what's his name out of Texas? He is a freaking animal, man. From Houston, Texas. They call him, damn, how I forget that boy name that quick? What's wrong with me? I'm gonna be 50 next week, so I'm starting to lose my memory. I gotta start working on that. Damn, I just spoke to him too. He out of Houston, Texas. Grant, no, not Grant. What I call him? Damn, I forget his name. That's crazy. And we got a show together in February the 13th. But the list is a mile long. It's too many comics that I know. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's a lot of comics that I know that's hilarious. And they working, they get money, but I just feel like they need to be on another level.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them need to be on a whole other level. And I think the reason why they're not on another level because they killed everything. They killed Def Comedy Jam. They killed Comic View. They just kill stuff. And then as soon as they get it back on, they want to go put on the YouTube cats on. And that's cool, but they're not comedians yet. So it kind of messes everything up again because, Black folks, we love to be that's my favorite and all, and if they never heard of you, it's a wrap. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, we right back at that again. So it's like Def Comedy Jam helped us out, but now we right back in the toilet again with the same stuff floating around. Like, all right, man, come on. Somebody got to bust something open so we can get this popping again because we can't be working on one comic a decade again.
Right. So that is the strength in doing the collaborations. Like you have a collaboration with Jay the Comedian.
Yeah, me and Jay, we're doing Meet Me at the Movies. It's on Griffin Icon. I think Flex TV. Yeah, Flex TV. Mm-hmm. And we've been doing that for we've been on that show for about 4 years, since 2017, I think. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 4 years since 2017 we've been doing this show. And it's been going up and down. I had one joker talk about, I'm about to hook y'all up. We about to be on such and such TV. We were like, yeah, tape the entire season and disappear for 2 years.
Damn.
Finally got those episodes back. Now we're waiting to shoot, put these episodes on Griffin Icon, aka Flex TV. So hopefully, you'll be seeing that in a minute. I call it another Negro Productions. Like, really, you just gonna hold my stuff for 2 years and not call me and just disappear and not even give it to me? Man, I'm sorry, dog. I was going through something. Whatever you was going through, you should have just shook out of it after a couple of months. What was you going through? Damn. Bro.
Yeah, disappeared for 2 years. Yeah. For
2 years. I'm like, we've been going something for 2 years. Like, you couldn't call me and just say, yo, Bub, here's stuff, man. Nothing. He just disappeared 17, 18, 19. I'm lying. 3 years. Disappeared for 3 years. And he just sent me my stuff like 2020. I'm like, yo, my man, what was you sitting on my stuff for 3 years for? Bubba, man, I was going through it. I'm like, I go through it too, but I can't sit on somebody's stuff for 3 years. Like, what's wrong with people?
Yeah, after a while, you won't be able to use it.
Yeah, man, of all the movies we talked about from that show is either on DVD, on Netflix, like on HBO 12, like that stuff is old. So I'm like, so we gonna call it the lost episodes. We're gonna put it on Griffin Icon and we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
See, reinventing.
Yeah, we gotta reinvent some old show because some goofball had my show hostage for 3 years and wouldn't give it to me. Oh, I'm going through some stuff. What was you going through for 3 years? Like, go with your phone. Then you get mad when you can't keep no woman because you don't know how to communicate. Oh, I don't know why she left me because you don't know how to communicate, dumb. What's wrong with you? I was raised by a bunch of women, so I know how to communicate. That's one thing I ain't had a problem with, communicate with nobody, no woman. That's no problem. But a lot of these guys be getting some great women and they can't open their mouth. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh my gosh, you know what? So yeah, they about to be womanless in a minute because they just communication skills are trash. And now women starting to have some trash communication skills. I'm like, when the women start getting bad with communication, they like talking. Man,
I know more.
I know more, boy. They just as bad as us. I'm like, they role reversal like this. You said the dude. I was that dude. I was the dude. Like, you gotta talk to me. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I had a man. He was the man.
I tell you, Shotty, there's no help. You see,
gotta take responsibility. They didn't get that way on their own.
No. They was always bad with communication. But at that time, we communicated another way. You know what I mean? So they couldn't talk, but they know how to do that. So after a while, he was mad about I ain't forget you blew up my car. But, so it's like, that only worked for a little while. After a while, you gotta start using this mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, they just bad that one. Woo! So once you take this out and you take this out, you ain't got nothing. You just sit there yelling and screaming. Who want to do that all day? Oh my God! You want to argue all day and you don't want to do nothing? This ain't gonna work.
So what's next for Kool Bubba Ice?
Mad TV. Oh, not Mad TV. Ooh, that came out of nowhere. I hope they do come back on again. Well, so far we still got Meet Me at the Movies. We got another thing we did. We're waiting to hear back. As soon as they edit the pilot of that show. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. So I can't speak on that right now. Everything pretty much up in the air because of the Pam. So everything's up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen next. All I know is I got some shows coming up right now. That's it. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get past just having the shows come up. I want some film projects, and that's what I'm looking for right now. So anybody got some films, some TV stuff, I'll let your boy Kool Bubba Ice on Instagram with a K, not with a C, KOOLBUBBAICE on Instagram. I can act too. For their father, how their with it. I can play a thug, I'm saying, son, you gonna come around the way, we gonna blow up the whole spot now, I mean. Like, so I can play anything. I can play a drunk, and I told Leroy, I'm not drinking that no more. I want some medicine. You hear me? I can play anything.
Do you have any inspiration or any advice for the underdog?
The cartoon, they need to bring that back because Scatman Crothers played the mean underdog back in the day. That was no, he didn't play underdog. I'm sorry, that was somebody else. Huh? You don't remember underdog back in the day? That's before you. So you were young. How are you showing? About 23.
You don't talk about that cartoon.
Oh, you young? Yes, you are. You young as you want to be as you are. You a young buck, boy. She probably remember the Power Rangers. Go, Power Rangers. Yeah, I told you told your age now. See, you told your age now. See, Grizz, you know about that underdog. Look at you. You rubbing that beard. I remember underdog. I remember when it came on. You know what I'm saying?
She remember the underdog too.
Go, Power Rangers. That's no error right there. She had them tight pajamas on. Go, Power Rangers. So yeah.
Why like this?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm extra goofy today. It's probably because I just came back from the gym, getting a swole on.
You got the bottle of the lobster.
Yeah, and I'm hyped about making this lobster tonight too. I'm gonna tear this lobster up, boy. Woo!
So do you have any advice for the underdog?
Oh, the underdog comedians. Yes, keep your job. Don't quit until they start calling you. When they call you, that's when you've made it. That's when they want you. You know, you establish yourself. People will call you, but don't quit your job. So I'm gonna do comedy full time. You about to be a broke ass. So please go out there and get your job. Get you some hustles. Make some investments. Get professional stuff. Get your professional headshots. People still take headshots. Get your professional headshots. Still get you some business cards. If you're on social media, that's cool. Do your social media thing, but study comedy too. You just can't be hot on social media. And then when you get on that stage and they throwing rocks and bolts and batteries at your ass, you know, that's what's going to happen because you have to have a balance now. So nowadays you have to be able to be funny on social media and funny when you get on that stage. And that's what I give them. I tell them all the time. If you're going to be funny on that social media, you better be funny on that stage too.
So let the people know your social media.
Oh, Kool Bubba Ice on Instagram, KoolBubbaIce on Instagram.
And one more thing before we get out of here, can you say, I'm Kool Bubba Ice and I'm rocking with the underdog?
I'm Kool Bubba Ice and I'm rocking with the underdog. Walk and do it like Jay-Z. Yo, this is me, Kool Bubba Ice, rocking with the underdog. Know what I'm saying? He ain't here, but he's the rock. Yo, it's crazy out here, son. Know what I'm saying? Underdog, they doing their thing right here. Yo, it's crazy over here, for real. It's the rock. Under the dog, know what I mean? Yo, it's crazy out here. Where B at? Yo, where you at, B?
Man, I wish you much success and much love, man. I appreciate you coming through, chilling with the underdog, man. Much love to you.
Yeah, me too. Thanks. I'm gonna need all that, bro. I'm taking all that in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you funny, man. So it's gonna come around because you got the right spirit with this, man.
Yeah, I do. I don't give a damn. I'm 32 years. I don't care no more. I'm gonna get something. Somebody gonna put me on somebody's movie set. Somebody gonna get bumped out. I'm gonna get on something. I'm getting on something. I'm gonna either make it or on something. I'm getting on it.
I hear that.
Yeah.
We should do something. Two brothers on a fishing boat.
Oh my God! Damn, you talking about DJ Scratching Fish? Oh, that was on HBO. I forgot what's that show. What was the name of that show? Oh my God!
Two brothers on a fishing boat.
The who?
Two brothers on a fishing boat.
Something like that. The Fly Fishing Show or something like that. There was me and Greer Barnes and this other dude, and we had the girls dancing in the background in the boat called the Guppies. I was like, yo, that show was crazy. Yes, it's on YouTube. Go on YouTube right now called the Fly Fishing Show. It's something. It was on. What was something on HBO back in the day? Oh my God! If I could find it, that episode, I'm gonna put it on my new reel. I'm gonna start selling that too. I'm still selling DVDs too. Don't judge me, but I'm still selling DVDs at my shows, and I'm selling panties. But I got too much free time on the panties. I got thongs and boy shorts, and now I'm gonna be selling the flash drives in a couple of days. I'm gonna have the flash drives too. So I'm a hustle. I'm gonna get this money.
That's what's up.
I ain't never seen a flash drive before. I'm impressed.
You put the laptop. You put the flash drive in your laptop. You can watch it like that way. Like, oh, blah, blah, and put it right on the side. Like 4 or 5 movies on that bad boy. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot for that $15. Yes, you are.
Makes sense though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start selling the flash drive for 15, but I'm gonna have like 4 movies on there, some stand up. I'm gonna have like a bunch of stuff on there. So there you go. So if you don't have a DVD player, you're gonna have a flash drive for your laptop.
Got a flash drive.
Everybody got a flash drive. Exactly. Everybody got a flash drive.
All right, my brother. Much love and success to you.
Thank you.
Okay, man. I want to thank everybody for putting me on the show. I want to thank Tony Montana. I'm Tony Montana. I want to thank everybody for putting me on the show. I want to thank Manolo. Hey, you piece of cheese. Why don't tell me the show is going to start at 5:30, man? You're crazy, man. I tell you something, man. You're crazy. I'm sorry.
You gotta come back.
Yeah, bring me back. Shoot. I'll probably have some by that time. I'm going to have some by next time you interview me. Watch. I'm going to throw that out there. Like LeBron. But you had something for me more than soccer. It's me and Mark Jackson. We're gonna have a whole show and TV show and a whole movie deal next time you see me more than soccer.
Exactly. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Yup, you heard it here first. Watch next time I interview me. Like, Bubba, when'd you get this $14 picture movie deal, man? I was just hanging out, grabbing Goofy on the phone and thinking, oh, but got a little deal.
That's what's up.
Take that. All right. This when I was in high school, like I got one, 3. Damn, yo.
I'm gonna hit you up after this, man.
Me up after. I got a situation for you. I can hook you up with that. Yep.
All right, brother. Much love to you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Go, Power Ranger. Look at you. You know that. Now I know how old you are. Go, Power Ranger. All right now.
You're so funny. I love it.
So, dog listeners, we try to keep you laughing. We try to keep you interested in what's going on. So please subscribe and hit the like button. That's it.
Yes, and the bell thing for the notification, so you know every time we upload a new
episode. And let me tell you something. It's free.
$3.99.
Don't cost you no money. That's it.
That's it.
I'm Chris Chapman.
I'm Shani Dunbar, and thank you for rocking with the underdog.
We out of here.
Bye.